Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Techno Talks here. So in today's video, we're going to be unboxing the Samsung Galaxy S21 FE. So we've been waiting for a while and it was finally time for Samsung to release it. They've actually been late in my opinion. And now we finally have the runner-up for the Samsung Galaxy S20 FE, which they had released last year. So the S20 FE was a great phone for the price, but this year they bumped up the price to $700, and they're actually a little late to releasing this device because the S22 series is just around the corner. Maybe at most in a month they're going to be releasing the S22. So yeah, again, they've been a little late in releasing this device, but we still do have it in front of us today and we're going to be checking this phone out. So let's go ahead and open this up. Again, just like last year, the S20 FE series, they had a lot of icons on here just showing off some stuff, and the box was a little different compared to the normal S21 series. However, it's not too much different other than those cool icons. So on the back we have some stuff. So S21 FE 5G USB cable, quick start guide and whatnot. So that's not too important. So let's go ahead and open this up real quick. So just cut the tape from these two sides. Boom. And let's go ahead and check out this phone. So nothing on the top portion of the box, so just go ahead and put that to the side. And here we have our phone. I did get the white variant for this time around. The white looked really cool in my opinion, and I already do have the black S21, so just white would have been nice to have. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this right here. Let's go ahead and check out what else we get inside of this box. We do get our SIM ejection tool, and then we probably get a USB cable inside of here. If I can find where to open it. Boom. We get a nice white USB cable, but that is about it. So no fast charging brick, none of that. You only get a USB cable and your phone with a SIM ejection tool. So, you know, it's to be expected nowadays. They're not going to be putting much in there anymore, but this is what we have in front of us today. So let's go ahead and open this up, take it out of its plastic wrapper. I think it's just like, where do we open this from? Okay, just go ahead and pull this from here, open this up, and here we have our white S21 FE. So this white looks really beautiful actually, and it feels really nice in the hand. So it does have a plastic body, but this plastic actually feels really nice. Personally, it feels better than my S21, honestly. You can feel the matte a little better, and it just looks really nice. This white color is probably my favorite right now. I'm really loving this color. I would like to check out the other colors. They have like 6 colors, I believe, and it would have been nice to, you know, see all of them, but this is the one I went for. So this white color, again, it looks really nice. We have the triple camera setup, and then here is the front portion. It looks very similar to the other S21 series. There's basically no difference other than the fact that it's a little cheaper and they've cut some corners, I guess. You know, it's all plastic. We still do get Gorilla Glass Victus for the front display, which is really nice. So go ahead and wipe this down. Boom, as you can see, it looks really nice. So quickly, the display, it is a 1080p full HD plus display, 6.4 inches, so not as large as the S21 Plus, but it is a tad bit, 0.2 inches larger than the Samsung Galaxy S21. So the normal S21, it's a tad bit larger. You do get a bigger battery. We get a 4,500 milliamp hour battery, so battery life should be better. My S21 was pretty good with 4,000 milliamp hours, and I'm wondering what this will, how this will perform. So let's go ahead and open this device up. So I'm gonna go ahead and quickly get this phone set up, and we'll just go over some of the features, and I will give you guys some more specs on this device. So I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video right here and get back to you in a sec. So I got the device set up. It was really quick and easy. It didn't even take like 5 minutes. And let's go ahead and check this device out. So for unlocking, you're able to use your Face ID. As you can see, Face ID isn't the best on this. It does use, it's 2D, does use its own camera, plus it's a little slow on this device. However, we also have our fingerprint scanner. So let's go ahead and go to our settings and go to our lock screen. So we're gonna go to, where is it? So screen lock type, I'm gonna enter my PIN real quick. And as we can see, we have our fingerprint right there, and we also have our face unlock. So we're able to choose from the two. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my fingerprint. Let's go ahead and continue, and we're gonna start scanning real quick. So, okay, come on. So the fingerprint sensor is a little down low. It's something that I don't generally like. If you guys remember on the S10 series, it was low, it was very low, and a lot of people complained about it. And that's why Samsung actually moved it up on the S20 and the S21 series. However, on this FE, they've actually brought it down again, which is kind of annoying. Personally, I don't like it down here. It's a little harder to actually access the fingerprint scanner. It's not as easy to access it, and you'll probably get a lot of misprints because it is so down low. My thumb doesn't generally like being down there. It would be better if it was like up here, like on my S21, but it is what it is for now. So we have our always on display. It's full HD 1080p display. We do get 120 hertz, so let me go ahead and show that for you guys. If we go to our display settings real quick, we can see that we have light mode, dark mode. So let's go ahead and switch real quick. It's dark mode for y'all, and then we can also go to light mode, and we have our adaptive brightness. I'm gonna go ahead and turn that off for now, bring up the brightness. We have motion smoothness, so here it is, high and standard, so get smoother animations and scrolling with 120 hertz screen refresh rate. This isn't adaptive, so it's either 120 hertz or it's either 60 hertz, which is kind of annoying battery life wise. The adaptive motion smoothness is probably one of the best things you could have on your phone, especially with these new phones with the 120 hertz displays. We also have a couple settings right here. So eye comfort shield, I personally do use this a lot. This goes ahead and shifts the colors depending on the time of the day and how light is reflecting onto the phone. It kind of detects this with the camera on there. It's maybe not the best for some people, but personally I've actually really loved it because it dims the colors a little when the sun sets. It actually just does that through whenever the sun sets. It already knows that, and then it's overall really nice to use personally. We have our font size and style, screen zoom, full screen apps, screen timeout. I'm gonna go ahead and put this to 10 minutes. So one thing I don't like about Samsung devices is they don't have a never option. The highest you can go for is 10 minutes. I guess that's good enough, but sometimes it's just nice to know that your phone isn't going to turn off on you when you're not touching it. We have our edge panels. Let's go ahead and turn it on. I'm not sure where my edge panel is. Right here. Okay, so my edge panel is right here. You're able to access those easily. You can actually move the edge panel up and down by just holding on to it. As you can see, I can move it down here and then just use it from down here, which is a lot more comfortable. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it up here for now, where the volume rocker is. We have our navigation bar, so let's go ahead and change that. We have our swipe gestures and we have our buttons. I've been using the swipe gestures for a while now on all of my Android devices, and it's just been really nice. So another thing is gesture hints. You can go ahead and turn the gesture hint off. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it on for now. Let's go ahead and go back. We have our touch sensitivity, so if you do have a screen protector on here, maybe a tempered glass screen protector, it's better to turn this on so it's a lot more sensitive when you're actually touching the display, and it basically comprehends your touches better, which is nice to know if you do have a thick tempered glass screen protector. So show charging information, that is when you're actually charging this device, it'll just have some information when the display is on always on display. So when you turn the display off, you'll still be able to see the charging info, like how long, estimated time, and what the percentage is at. Let's go ahead and go back real quick. What else do we have? We have our lock screen, which I just showed. That's where you basically go ahead and set up your fingerprint sensor, your face unlock. So let's go ahead and check out our fingerprint sensor real quick. So Face ID, I already showed y'all, but let me go ahead and show y'all real quick again. It's pretty fast, pretty decent. Not the best maybe, but it still works really well. The fingerprint sensor is down here again, which is really annoying, but it does, oh, I think it scanned my face. Let's go ahead and go back. Well, it's asking for my PIN for some reason. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it off, open it back on, and as you can see, we have a fingerprint sensor, which works really nice. The location is basically the only thing that I don't really like about where the fingerprint sensor is. Other than that, the fingerprint sensor is pretty fast and decent. So always on display, we can do tap to show or show always. Let me go ahead and show that off for y'all. So when you turn it off, Here we have our always on display. You are able to change this up in settings. There are a lot of ways you can configure this. You could even have an image area right here where you can have your own personal image if you want to put one over there. We have our clock style. Again, this is where you change your always on display, and then show music information. I'm going to go ahead and keep that on. And we also have show fingerprint icon. So you're able to show your fingerprint icon where it is when the always on display is turned on. And that is a pretty nice thing to have on because what's it called? When you have it on, you're able to see where your fingerprint sensor is, especially with this location. Again, I know it's kind of annoying that I keep talking about the location of it, but something that I just don't really like. And you're able to go into your phone using the fingerprint sensor with your always on display. So let's go ahead and go back. We have our widgets, contact info and whatnot. So that's about it for the lock screen. Biometrics and security, that's where your face recognition, fingerprints, you can add those. You can add more fingerprints, or you can add one more face. If let's say you have one where you wear glasses, you could add that one as well. Accounts and backups, digital well-being, battery and device care. So this is the one I actually am wanting to check out. So we have 100 gigabytes available. This is the 128 gig version with 6 gigabytes of RAM. And with the 128, I'm already using 28 gigs for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I did just set this phone up and I haven't downloaded anything, but it's already taking up 27.8 gigs. So let's go ahead and see what it's actually downloaded. We have a whole bunch of apps. We have all these Google apps, and then we also have all these Samsung apps, and we have a whole bunch more apps right here. So that's one of the main annoying things about Samsung. It does preload a lot of things, which is really annoying in my personal opinion. Software update, we are already on One UI 4, Android 12. So let's go ahead and check that out real quick. About phone, let's go to our software information, and then where was it? Build number, let's go ahead and click this, and then enter our PIN, boom. And I actually turned on developer mode on accident. Okay, so we are on Android 12, as you can see. Right here, we have the nice clock widget thing right here. If you want to play around with it, you can actually move it around. It kind of moves when you're touching it. So let's go ahead and go back. Again, this is on Android 12. That is nice to know. And for the specs, so let's go ahead and go to our specs real quick. We already checked out most of the software, fingerprint sensor, face unlock. We do get we get a 4,500 milliamp hour battery. The display is really nice. It looks really beautiful. Personally, it is a full HD display and it is HDR10 plus capable. We also get 120 Hertz, which is nice, but again, it would be nice to have it as adaptive. But I guess this is what you get when Samsung releases their Fan Edition. I guess you could call it their budget S21 series or their budget S series. One thing that I don't really like is the price on this. $700 is a little too much, especially when it's this late, and especially when you can pick up an S21, the normal flagship, for cheaper than that price currently. Plus, you also have the Google Pixel 6, which I would choose that over this one. However, other than that, we also have our triple camera setup. We have a 32 megapixel camera, front-facing camera right here. So let's go ahead and go to our camera real quick. And we have our 32 megapixel. If I switch it over, let's go ahead and go to here. And as you can see, we have a 32 megapixel front-facing camera, which is nice. Again, we do have a 12 megapixel normal main camera. We have 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera, and we also have an 8 megapixel 3x optical zoom camera. So we do have 3 times capability, and that can go up to 30 times, as you can see. So around 10 times. I guess 10 times would be the best amount. If you go 30 times, it's gonna look a little blurry. It's actually gonna look a lot more blurrier. And personally, even on my S21 right here, I don't really use the 30 times. I did use it once just to see how well it worked, but other than that, it's basically a gimmick. A lot of people don't usually use it. We have a portrait mode right here, and we also have single take. So we have a lot of modes on our Samsung device, which is, again, a nice thing. If you want to check out a device that has a lot of features on its camera, then a Samsung device is one of the best for those. So we have our night mode, portrait video, pro video, super slow-mo and whatnot, dual recording, which is something I haven't used, but some people might use it if you're vlogging and trying to take a video of the place in front of you. So camera capabilities, we can go up to UHD 60, so that is going to be 4K 60 FPS. And then we don't have a full HD auto option. Let me go ahead and show it off on my S21. So I do have a full HD auto option on my Samsung Galaxy S21, which basically switches up the frame rate on your full HD recording. However, the S21 FE does not have that. That is okay. I generally do record in 4K 60, and with the front facing camera, we actually do get 4K 60 again, which is nice to know. So camera wise, we do get all the capabilities, and it's overall a pretty great and decent camera. I haven't done any tests with it. I have watched a lot of videos with the camera, and it performs pretty well. It is using a pretty great camera setup, and the software is okay. Samsung's camera software is generally pretty decent, and overall it's a pretty decent camera. So other than that, there isn't much more to talk about, as this is going to be my first impressions. I haven't really used the phone yet. I did just get this set up a couple minutes ago, and so far I'm actually liking this device. Again, if you are looking out for the S21 FE, if you have an S20 FE, I probably wouldn't recommend the upgrade. You don't get too many differences. However, it is definitely the nicer looking phone, and I'm personally really loving this design. Even though it's basically the same thing as the S21, it's still looking a lot better, especially with this white color I got. So here is the S21 that I have right next to it. The camera bump is a little different. As you can see, it actually molds into it instead of just going down like on this one. On this one, it's like two separate pieces. However, on this S21 FE, it looks like it's just one piece, one plate on top of everything. So this will basically conclude my unboxing and first impressions. Again, so far I'm really liking this device, but I will have to use it for a little more to give you guys a more detailed view on this phone. So I will actually update y'all in around a week. I'll post another video about this phone, giving y'all my thoughts and the things I like and dislike. But for now, this will basically wrap it up for this video. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe, as it helps support the channel, and see you in the next one.